Hey guys, it's Addison. So today I want to share with you how to build a successful company from nothing. So about who I am, my name is Addison. I've built a successful technology consulting company a few years ago, successfully sold it, and had a successful exit. So today, you may wonder, can I do this? Can I start my own company? Can I be successful? I'm just a software engineer. I'm just a salesperson. I'm just a teacher, right? How can I build my own technology company or software company and successfully sell it and make a profit? Or help more customers or help more students? If you have that question, then this is a video for you. I've been successfully built my business. I went to the best business school in the world, and then I've made a lot of friends in this field. I met a lot of successful entrepreneurs. I learned from them, I communicate with them, and I summarize how to build a successful company from zero in this video and share with you. I'm just here to help. Okay guys, let's get straight into it. Please subscribe and like this video if you find this useful. So first of all, you will need an idea. So I would usually recommend you start something in your own domain, in your own expertise, in your own career trajectory. For example, if you're a student right now, you're thinking starting your own companies, starting your own firm. So instead of starting something you are not familiar with at all, like in biochemistry area, right? But you are a student who is studying econ, just don't try to do that. I would recommend you to find and pay attention to your daily life experiences. Like you have a really inconvenient time when you're trying to buy lunch or you're trying to get some bagel from your canteen cafeteria, but they don't have it. So that's an opportunity because you are familiar with the customer base, you are familiar who you will sell to, which is you as a student. Or if you are a doctor who is treating patients all the time but having a hard time to record all the data, to put it in the right form, to put it in the right place, and you start thinking about why don't we have the aggregation services, data services, which we can provide for other doctors to share all the knowledges, to reduce the process complication, to achieve higher efficiency. So these ideas are generated really naturally in your own daily life, in your own career. So that's where I suggest to think about the idea and start from there. The second step is to test your idea out. So instead of just go straight into build a product, it's safer to test the idea and conduct some interviews to make sure your idea literally have some practical value, have some potential results, have some potential markets. You may wonder, who can I talk to? I don't know anybody, I don't know any customer. Actually, if you follow my advice at the first step, which is have an idea generated in your own domain, your own area. For example, if you're a student, you want to try to sell bagels to your fellow students, then you can just ask them and say, hey, let's say if there's a bagel in this cafeteria, will you buy it or not? Or if you're a doctor, you can, when you have a chit chat with your colleagues, or saying, oh, if there's a data sharing services, what you think something should be there or should not be there, or will you use it or will you not use it? So be careful guys in this step. Don't say, hey, I will build this, what do you think? Because in that case, because you guys are colleagues or friends, they don't want to hurt your feelings. So in that sense, they'll say, hey, definitely, you know what, Peter, I will definitely buy your product, and that's such an amazing idea. Or someone, they just really hate you and they just say, oh, that will never work, right? So in that case, guys, just trying to be objective as possible, and in that sense, get more fair, objective feedbacks in the customer discovery process. Or if you want to do a B2B process, so try to reach out some expertise. There are a lot of services online which you can reach out to experts and pay some amount of fee, but it's relatively affordable and you can get a lot of fairness points of your product. So basically the points of customer discovery is make sure first there's a real demand exists, and second is gauge how big the market will be. And this is a really important step in order to develop a successful company or product. Number 3, you will need the capability of to build the product. You will need the capability to build the product. There are basically 2 ways you can build a product. Number 1 is find a technical co-founder. So I'm more talking about the software space. And in software space, a technical, really capable technical co-founder, they can definitely help you build the product by simply just they code themselves. and you do the customer discovery as a person who has a lot of business expertise. So you just tell the feature requirements to a technical co-founder and he can or she can just code it for you. But the downside of this approach is that technical co-founder, especially really capable, qualified technical co-founder, are so rare to find. Especially nowadays, software engineer, their pay is usually around $500,000 per year. And if you want to find someone who has some management technique, some management experience, then it's probably going to cost you $1 million. And we are talking about start a company from zero, which means in this way, you either are really qualified to build the product, you've been in the industry for years, you are someone who has a lot of reputation in the industry, you can persuade some really great software engineer to join your team as your co-founder, you'll share part of the company with the co-founder and they will join. So that's one way, which is relatively really hard for a lot of business owners, for a lot of funders to find a co-founder, which can be hard. The second way is outsource the build product part. And also if you're a non-technical founder, you're trying to find a technical co-founder, the hard part is interview, because you have no idea how to interview a technical person, a software person. You don't know what kind of question to ask. So usually you end up with, someone really appreciate your idea. Maybe she or he is a terrible engineer, but you are just attracted by their passion and who is willing to join you. You'll be like, oh, I have such a bad idea, or you're not confident enough and someone just showed you some pity and say, hey, I think it's a good idea, let me join you. Then you just work with this person. Eventually, it leads to a poor quality product, or you will never be able to even produce a product, produce a minimal viable product. The second way is to outsource your products. There are multiple ways to do this, but the first one is usually come to people's minds: find a freelancer, find a contractor. There are a lot of platforms which provide this freelancing service. You can just find a person online who is selling their spare time to do the work for you, build the software. The downside of this approach is that a lot of freelancers, a lot of software engineers doing this kind of job for you during spare time is they're usually project-based. So basically, after they build a product for you, they leave. They will not stay. So everybody who understands software engineering, the hard part is not create product. The hard part is how to maintain the product and build the product in a sustainable way. So in the future, if more software engineer join your team and you're trying to expand your product, they can quickly pick it up, and the modules in the software build are so extensible, so easy to build. In the long run, that's really healthy for a company. So for contractors, freelancers, the big problem is that they probably good for you at the very, very beginning for a few months. Then the product starts scaling, then the product can't fit into the current demand of the customer, or there are some security loopholes. Then you're trying to find another freelancer, and it's just a disaster. A lot of startups actually failed because of this. So be careful with freelancer or contractor. At least find a long-term contractor who can work with you for a long time, stay with the same code base. The second way is work with some MVP companies. In my opinion, for example, like Unicode is a great example. They provide this kind of service which they call it in-house CTO, which is a service you can have a long-term contact, basically acting like your CTO. But all the work behind the scene is they are connecting with different contractors, different freelancers from all over the world. So the in-house CTO, there are some really professional software engineers from different big tech companies have this kind of Facebook, Google, Amazon working experience. So you're dealing with them. They are your really qualified co-founders or CTOs, which take no share from you, but at the same time, they can provide this kind of low-cost service because they are freelancing across the world. You don't have to deal with these freelancers at all. This company basically tries to handle all the nitty-gritties and the engineering details for you, and you can just work with the CTO in your company. I think it's a great choice. And number 4, how to build a company from zero is you will need to able to generate leads. So once you build your minimal viable product, you are trying to test it out. You will want to launch this product as soon as possible. The reason behind it is because in current marketplace, all the software products or all these kind of startups are really competitive. So the sooner you can launch your product and get some feedback from customer, the better you can iterate on your current version. You can make some modification, make the customer like your product more, and build up a momentum to grow your user base. So launch your product as soon as possible is the way to go. And also be able to get feedback from customer. You will need the capability of generating leads. What do I mean by that? So if you're a B2B company, business to business, you need the capability of able to find who is stakeholder in that business will be interested in your solution. No, I don't care if you're using LinkedIn or using some local entrepreneur or business meetups. You need to find the person who is responsible for this. If you're interested in this topic, I can create another topic about another video, talk about how to find this kind of leads. And if you're a B2C company, you will need the capability or the skills to be able to sell or marketing your product using social media like Instagram, like YouTube, like TikTok. Basically targeting the customer segment you are trying to sell to, reach them through this kind of social media, be able to get some leads. So guys, once you generate the leads, last step is be able to close the sale. So you get the leads, you have a lot of conversation with customers, they're interested, then you need to be able to close the sale. What do I mean by that is not only you finish the deal, you close the deal, you close another sale, it's more about did you make a profit? What's your margin? So pricing is really crucial in this part. That's why I think have a low product development cost, no matter you go with outsourcing or CTO, keep it low. So at pricing side, you will have more competitiveness because you can somewhat lower, you keep the same margin, but because your cost is lower, so your pricing is lower in that sense. So the last point is close the deal, sell your product, have a good pricing, generate leads, and after 1, 2, 3, 4 customer deals get closed, you will figure out, okay, here's my margin, then you can keep iterating on your product development process to lower the cost, gradually improve the margin, and your business start getting into this positive feedback loop, more sales, more leads, close more deals, lower costs, then you can get all the profits you made from this process and reinvest into the business and grow it larger and larger and larger. And in the process, you may want to grow the business even faster. Then you're start thinking about get some funding from investors, from VCs, from PEs. It really depends. If you're interested, leave a comments down below. I can create another video to talk about VC and PEs from an entrepreneur's perspective and my ideas, opinions about them. So guys, that is how to create a business, create a company from zero. You don't really need too much capital to start the process, but if you look back, what you will need is an idea which you have experience on, and you can test it out, the idea with some potential customers, test out your thesis, make sure there's a market for it, and make sure that you can make some profit out of it, and then you build the product either from find a co-founder or outsource, and in the end you'll be able to launch an MVP, iterating on it, and grow your customer base, reinforce the process, lower the cost, and then grow the business eventually. It's not that hard, guys. I think the hardest part is always step out of your comfort zone and launch your business, which is the hardest step, because it's like pitch black in front of you. You have no idea. As human beings, that's usually really scares us, and that's where the most fear comes from. So if you're already thinking about this, guys, you're already 1,000 steps ahead of 99% of the people on the planet. And thanks for watching this video to the end. Hopefully this video is helpful and you like this video, you learn something from it. Feel free to leave your comments down below if you want me to tell more about one of the topics from this video. And please subscribe my channel. I'm going to share a lot of useful information about entrepreneurship, software development, career development, so on and so forth. And also like the video. Hope you have a great day, and thank you.